She is Kristen Koehler from IUP Lively Arts joining us on the line this morning. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. So Kristen, that's a pretty stellar start to the season here for IUP Lively Arts, to the Ovation Series, huh?
I think so. What really immediately caught my eye after my ear, of course, you're drawn to her beautiful voice and the beautiful music she makes. Mm-hmm. But I read a quote where her voice was described by the late musical artist Prince as having a voice that could melt snow. Isn't that great?
Beautiful. And with a name like Kandace Springs, it actually works. Yes, it does melt snow.
It does work.
Yeah. Introduce us to Kandace Springs.
Well, she's released several albums, all of them on the Blue Note record label. And her most recent album to come out is The Women Who Raised Me. And that is actually a piece from that album. Mm-hmm. But we're very excited to have her come. We were hoping to have her last year, but frankly, there were so many things sliding around last year due to COVID and so forth that it didn't happen. But I'm really thrilled that we get to have her this year. And that's going to be on Wednesday, March 9th at 8 p.m. in Gorell Recital Hall.
Hey, that's not long from now, is it?
Not long at all.
Yeah.
And, we'll be sending out some postcards to our patrons to remind them and some emails and so forth. But as we did last year, this year we are doing single ticket sales, not subscription sales. And that's more as a result of, productions can change and drop out so much more than usual as a result of COVID and so forth, that we are only selling single tickets events and not subscriptions.
Yeah,
but that shouldn't keep you from coming.
This is such a rich, deep voice by Kandace Springs. Man, I'd love to see that show. And putting it in Gorell, that's such an intimate setting. That should be really a wonderful night.
It is. It's going to be beautiful, and following that, we have another event in Gorell on Wednesday, March 23rd. Not too long after that. Our shows are basically going to be about 2 weeks apart, the next the 4 shows in the season. Mm-hmm. And that's Herman Lopez. And he's a young star in the music world of the timpal, which is another word for a ukulele. And yes, and he's, it's from the Canary Islands. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be joined on stage with the guitarist Antonio Toledo. And it's a combination, the sound is a combination of Spanish flamenco, West African rhythms, and jazz. I think it's going to be a really beautiful evening of music as well.
Oh, it sounds like it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Those are 2 of the 4 shows then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the other 2?
The other 2 we are having for one of our international productions is Bunraku Bay Puppet Theater, and they're presenting an evening of traditional Japanese puppetry. And that's going to be on Friday, February 8th at 8 p.m. And, when you say Bunraku puppetry, I don't know that a lot of people, at least stateside, know what that looks like or have an understanding of what it is. Mm-hmm. But it comes from traditional Japanese puppetry. And it's really a beautiful thing to witness. The puppets are half human size, and they are moved about the stage with puppeteers behind them, and they are within sight, but, they're wearing dark clothing, so you don't really notice the puppeteers after a while.
Yeah.
But that will be happening on Friday, April 8th, and we're grateful to partner again with IUP's Office of International Education to bring productions like this, and Office of Social Equity. So that is the third show.
Mm-hmm.
And the final show on the season is Push Physical Theater, and that's taking place in Fisher Auditorium on Thursday, April 21st at 8 p.m. And Push Physical Theater, you just have to see it to believe it. They combine athleticism, acrobatics, and artistry to tell a story. And they kind of have their own genre. There aren't a lot of other companies. I think I read somewhere that there are only 13 companies in the States who do physical theater.
Mm-hmm.
And Push was actually a season finalist on True TV's series Fake Off. And I think it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got some very nice programs coming. And that's just the Ovation series. There are other things happening, too.
Oh, there are definitely other things happening. I'd like to give a plug for the Sound Choices series is going to be starting off on Thursday, March 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Now, hold your hat here, but they're doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel.
Wow.
That is one of my favorite shows ever, and that's being put on by the IUP Department of Theater, Dance, and Performance with the IUP Department of Music, Theater by the Grove, and a music theater event. So it's, they're pulling out all the stops for this, joining together to put together one of the biggest hit musicals that we've ever heard of.
Yeah.
And, it includes songs, If I Loved You, June is Bustin' Out all Over, and You'll Never Walk Alone. Oh, my gosh. You'll Never Walk Alone may be one of my favorite songs ever. But I
can see the tears running down your face right now as you listen to it.
Well, it is pretty. It would move you to tears.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite quotes about this show is from Stephen Sondheim, who passed away not long ago, but he said, Oklahoma is about a picnic. Carousel is about life and death. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. So some great shows coming in that series as well. I'm tempted, Kristen, to just say what else, because I know there's always something else up your sleeve, if you will, for IUP Lively Arts. And I know the museum has a lovely exhibit going on right now.
They do. The University Museum, if you haven't seen it yet, head over. They are doing Treasures from the Wardrobe, and that closes on March 5th. So don't wait too long. Mm-hmm. But it's bringing together the unique apparel and textiles from the Fashion Studies Historic Costume Collection. And, it includes Victorian and Edwardian gowns and undergarments, 1920s beaded flapper-style dresses, paper dresses from the 1960s, 70s disco wear. So I think that's worth the price of it. Well,
you still have yours?
Free. Pardon me?
Do you still have yours?
I am a little too young for that, but I do love disco, so, I might join in celebration with that.
Yeah, those of us who are not too young, we remember that clothing very well.
Right. And Kit Gallery is doing a photo exhibition called Invaluable, and it's presenting 7 artists of color with various viewpoints on how they internalize America through cultural, social, and political and emotional expression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, it all sounds lovely. Sounds just wonderful. Whether I guess it really doesn't matter what format you're using when you're talking about IUP Lively Arts in this springtime. You're going to see something that is spectacular. I wanted to go back to the Ovation series and talk about the puppets. Because they've become something that I think folks around here look forward to every year, because it seems that IUP Lively Arts schedules some sort of puppetry to come in and just amaze people, and they've really begun to look forward to it. No pressure on you to keep doing it, though, Kristen.
Well, I think it's going to be wonderful. It's challenging to try to mix things up every now and then, and I think one of the great causes that we have is trying to share with people different cultures and how different people view the world and their stories that they want to tell. And I think Bunraku is a beautiful way to experience that.
Yeah, absolutely. So some wonderful performances coming up. The Kandace Springs concert would be one that anybody should want to go to. And so those tickets are available. Kristen, give the ticket information once more because it's different than we're used to.
Right. We are doing face-to-face ticket sales an hour before the show. People can also call our office at 724-357-2787. And, we encourage people, though, to go online. And those tickets are available 24/7. And it's at iup.edu/livelyarts. And click on the icon that says Buy Tickets Now.
Yeah. Wonderful. Hey, we appreciate so much being able to speak with you here on Indiana in the Morning. It's been a while since we've been able to hook up with you, and it's good to get you back on with us.
Well, it's wonderful to be back on.
Kristen, and feel better today, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. We'll see you. There's Kristen Koehler, IUP Lively Arts, with some great news about upcoming shows happening on campus, and you can go. And it sounds like it's going to.